Welcome to Yahe-Yala People's Forum. I am Joseph Iyaji, and this is our educational segment. With me here is a distinguished personality who you will love to meet. Sir, can we meet you?
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Sunday Johnson Akinbode, and by His grace, I'm the proprietor of a Focus Model College, as well as Focus Infant Academy. Focus Model College for the secondary school, while Focus Infant Academy takes good care of the crèche, nursery, and primary segment of education.
Thank you very much for that brief submission, sir. In this segment, we have a series of questions for you. And the number one question we have for you in this segment is, what inspired the establishment or founding of Focus Model College? Was it a response to a gap you noticed in the Nigerian education system or a deeper personal conviction?
Thank you very much. It's a long story. Yeah, because this industry of education has been in fact, let's say my focus for a long time, for a very long time. In fact, I wouldn't have ventured into any other industry, besides this education. I so much love it. In the university, that is during my studentship days at Obafemi Awolowo University. As a matter of fact, I studied education. I graduated from the Faculty of Education in Obafemi Awolowo University. There was even a time, during paper presentation, even a lecturer, I just don't want to mention the name, advised, after I presented this thing on behalf of my group, that I should see him in his office. Said, with your part of, delivering this beautiful paper, the examples, copious examples you gave to actually convince, everybody, including, the lecturer himself. Why are you not in law? You should be able to, do well in law, whatever. Maybe what my Oga saw then was just that maybe I would, in fact, suffer as a teacher. Because he eventually mentioned it that in education, look at, after your university, you are likely to be taken to a rural side or somewhere there to, while those that are not as, have as, sound as you are by his judgment, will be making money in law and other areas. I replied to that maybe assumption of his or, his opinion. I said I will not suffer, sir, and that I have a vision to establish a school. As a matter of fact, when I go to IFE in 1984-85, I came for, admission, but unfortunately, the admission didn't click in 1985. Yeah, and then I decided that, well, I will not just, be vegetating in this town, wasting my time or whatever. Then the idea of establishing a coaching center came into existence. And
so
in 1985.
Okay, 85.
Precisely October 22, 1985. By October 22 this year, 2025, it will be 40 years. The coaching center will be 40 years. And since 1985, it has been on. And, when I graduated in 1991, I still, in fact, kept to my ambition to win the school. And in 2001, the vision, came into, reality. And then the vision of this school of focus as it is, because we have the school philosophy is that whosoever neglects learning in his youth loses the past and is dead for the future. Once again, whosoever neglects learning in his youth is dead for the past and loses the future. So that is, and the vision is that to rejuvenate the perceived appalling lull in character modeling. That's just that. And my mission is to create future giants in the dwarfs, academic dwarfs of today.
Thank you very much for that submission, sir.
Yes.
The second question we have for you on this segment is, many schools promise excellence, but what specific values and philosophies set Focus Model College apart from other secondary schools within ILE-IFE and Nigeria at large?
Thank you very much. I believe, in the midst of many, everyone is expected to be unique. In the midst of plenty or many untold numbers, everybody is expected to have, in fact, its own uniqueness and distinctive characteristics.
So the question now is, what sets you apart from others?
Really, by calling the school Focus, one knows that from the name you get what a person is likes to be. Yeah, the name matters. Focus is concentration. It's just to concentrate on a particular target. That's focus. For example, a photographer, among very many people in the church or in the gathering, focuses a particular person. Maybe the person, an object. Maybe the person that is, doing the wedding or whatever, or marking his birthday or whatever. In the midst of many. So that is, our focus is to concentrate attention on what? On academic excellence. Not only that, moral uprightness. And that is why, if you see our, what is it called? Our school anthem. Focus Model College is a great citadel of academia and morality. You are welcome, boys and girls of great ambition. Focus Model College is a great citadel. And if you see our motto is from acorn to oak. Although people may say that, why is it that everything is difficult to understand? Acorn is just the seed, if I should put it that, or a freshly germinated, seed of an oak. If you see it is just, what you can destroy with a mere hand. That is the acorn. But if allowed to grow, if allowed to blossom, it becomes, the biggest, tree in the bush. And that is oak. So it's just like from egg to a cock. Egg is just a casual one. And by the time it is cracked and young chick, comes out of it, and in fact, it is fed, develops, then we get a cock that be crowing for everybody to hear that, well, I am here.
Thank you for that beautiful submission. The third question we have for you, sir, is, how does Focus Model College ensure that its students are not only academically sound, but also morally, socially, and emotionally developed?
We do that because there's a strategy. We have mission, which I said the other time that, well, you know, just to rejuvenate the perceived appalling lull in, character and, mind development. Then for our mission, which says that, to create future giants in the dwarfs of today. Dwarfs are midgets. They are the runs. They are just, Lilliputians, if I can, use that word like that. But for the strategy, how do we? Because you may set a very beautiful thing, ahead of you. What is your strategy? How would you achieve all these beautiful targets or beautiful goals that you are pronouncing to the world that you want to achieve? Our strategy is the inculcation of discipline. Inculcation of discipline. Sincerely speaking, students here know what I represent, and even those that were my students at the non-formal setting, I mean the extramural classes, all of them, many of them are professors today. Since 1985, one can imagine. Very many of them are professors and captains of industries. Directors, general. Some are even finding their ways out of, government ministries. They are retiring, because of either 30 years of service or whatever. They know what coordinator stands for. Actually, my name is Akinbode, but very many people don't. In fact, me as Akinbode, they will just say coordinator. In this part of the country, ILE-IFE, they know what I represent. When it comes, I'm very strict. I'm not wicked. I'm very, very strict and stern. I reward, good performance, excellence, and I punish insubordination, insolence, and any act of misbehavior is not welcome to me at all. And my students in this school focus on their college, they know for sure what I stand for. Because without discipline, there can never be, in fact, beautiful achievements. There can never be. So, be that as it may, it is inculcation of discipline.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
The next question is, in a country where rote learning is still prevalent, how is your school adapting to global best practices like critical thinking, problem solving, and digital literacies?
Yeah, we are coming up there. In that realm, I think we are just, I wouldn't say that we have arrived. No. Because one has to be very factual instead of being, fictitious in our claims or whatever. No, we are coming up. Our students are exposed to all these computer training from time to time. Our students have been going for these CBT exams, computer-based exams and other things like that, And I make sure that, maybe during weekends, then experts, who come at the expense of the school to train the students on how to develop a website, how to do this or that or whatever. So we are coming up, I should say. But how I wish, the parents and guardians of our students here, were capable of buying laptops for their wards and children. Because if that is achieved, by the parents, after the little time they spend with us here, they still have much time.
So at this secondary school level, is it advisable to get a laptop?
Yes, it's advisable.
Like some states government introduce or more,
whatever. One thing is to have good ideas to carry out or to achieve something. Another thing is to be in fact, fully committed to what you profess.
That's the problem of implementation.
Yes, that is just that. Implementation. And these children too. Although we do discourage our students from, coming to school with their phones or whatever. At the same time, I do tell the students, from time to time that, look, this phone of a thing or whatever is good. It came, in fact, during your own time. And then
they are digital natives.
And that is why, a young boy of 10, 15 or close to 20 years today, is well versed in the manipulation of, this gadget called, cell phone. Really. But see what some of them have turned it to. See what they have turned this thing to, which is very, very unpalatable. The Okpamo you mentioned, the government of Aregbesola did it in Osun, brought it or whatever. Ordinarily, one, can conveniently come to the conclusion that government meant well. But look at what, the students, these students, what they turned it to. Look at. Even a biro that is an object of writing could be turned to, in fact, a weapon.
Yes.
Because if a student decides to fight, with it or whatever, it has a sharp edge that can be used to pierce the skin of another person. So whatever that is, I believe that whatever that is useful can at the same time be dangerous. Advantages and disadvantages in everything.
Thank you very much for that, sir. What unique academic or extracurricular activities or program exist at Focus Model College that you believe give your student a competitive edge nationally or internationally?
Thank you.